It's Pearlmania500, the soothing, dulcet tones of a husband and wife duo who come together to quietly and calmly recollect and share information to each other.
This is an honest description of what's going to happen.
It's exactly what's going to happen.
During this podcast.
And it's going to happen in a soft, even keel voice.
That's what we're known for.
Honestly, we've been voted the top ASMR podcast. Some people have said it's like NPR for you to fall asleep to.
That's what all of the reviews on the iTunes say.
That's 100%. So buckle up there, champ. Hang in there, kitty.
Steal a van. Let's go.
There's a place where you can't stay when the world gets too insane. Yeah, when the world gets too inane, tune in to Pearlmania. Brony talks and pony jars and saying a sonic race just. Fitness scams and grifters, damn, and various other miscellanea. So there's this place where you can stay to let those Pearlmans save ya. Pearlmania, Pearlmania, Pearlmania 500. Take it away, Pearlmans, and remember to smile.
Welcome back to another episode of Pearlmania500. That's right. I'm trying to stay awake because I'm so fucking tired. If it's a Sunday, that means that we are sitting across from each other, staring each other lovingly in the eyes, across the top of microphones that have been set up in my office, where we scream lore at each other.
Yeah.
The listeners know.
That's exactly what we're going to do. I've got a lot of things I got to tell you.
We have so much to talk about. This week is one of the topics that was voted on by our Patreons. For you. And right now, I have a poll up on our Patreon. You can go to alexisnerd.com. That link still works. I had to just check it. I was like, does that link still work? It still works.
Still going.
Someone has set that up. And I thank them heavily for it.
Yeah.
You can also,
incredible.
if you don't want to type in alexisnerd.com.
Who wouldn't want to do that?
You can go to the link that is in the show notes on every app. Every single one of them. I don't know if it works on YouTube, though, because these are also being reposted on YouTube now, which is nice. Because some people were like, I only like to listen to podcasts on YouTube. And I'm like, that's a really weird way to listen to a thing that's audio only.
Don't you shame people for the way they want to do stuff.
Not shaming anyone.
Being weird.
I'm not trying to be weird. I'm trying to be a man who lost his voice last night while refereeing an art pro wrestling show.
Yeah, it's hard to explain.
It's very hard. I was doing a thing for Awful Wrestling. You can find them on Instagram. They are a very fun art collective group that jokingly started a pro wrestling group that became very successful.
Real pro wrestling group.
Very, very successful. And I referee matches for them. I want to say once a fiscal quarter.
Yeah.
It's about 3 to 4 times a year. They put together shows. I fell off it for a little while and then came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, it came back better than ever.
Better than ever. And I was refereeing last night with John Deary, was the other referee, who is going to be the host for my show at Helium in just under 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Helium Comedy Club.
He's very funny. I like him.
He's a very, very funny man. And I've been getting messages from people who are very excited to be at the show.
Yeah, we're all excited.
You're going to be there.
I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
3:30? You betcha.
Yeah, the show's been moved to 3:30.
You betcha.
3:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Hopefully there aren't monsoon rains the way there have been.
I don't want to leave the house on a Sunday.
Hopefully by that point, the manhunt for the 5-foot-tall Brazilian murderer that's been hiding in the woods.
Tickets. Yeah. I heard that.
You heard he got tickets?
I heard that he saw all of your TikToks about him.
Yeah.
And he stole a van.
How much I keep pointing out that he is 5 feet tall.
He's like, leave me be. Let me be a short king. And you're like, absolutely not.
At best, you're a short duke.
And I heard he's going to show up.
Maybe a short marquee.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But he's in for a good time if he gets there.
It's going to be a very, very good show. We're very excited for everyone who's going to be on that. Which brings me to stretch goals.
Okay.
Mrs. Pearlmania, I don't know if you know this.
Is that when I stretch after I work out?
No. A stretch goal is a thing is with our Patreons, right?
Yeah.
We have a lot of Patreons.
I know.
Last count
awesome.
Today, we are going to give some shout outs to 11 new Patreons.
Awesome.
We're at 471.
Hell yeah. That's almost 500.
It's almost a Pearlmania 500.
Oh, shit.
And so when we hit 500 live Patreons,
Okay.
we should do a special event.
Oh.
And I know what a lot of people are thinking.
What are they thinking?
They're thinking, Alex, you don't read books. Now,
A lot of people,
Yeah.
mostly me.
so this is what we're going to do. When we hit 500 Patreons for our team leads, who are allowed to vote on polls,
Yeah.
we will make a post on the Patreon that will be only available to team leads, only
Yep.
people in the $5 team lead feed, where you can recommend books for me to read as
Yeah.
a Mr. Pearlmania book club.
Yeah, in order to celebrate 500 Patreons, we're gonna force Alex to read a book, and so
Without pictures in it.
no pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, graphic novels are super fun. Don't get me
Yes.
wrong.
And they are books.
They are books.
Yes.
Okay. But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up a thing. Everybody can put in what book they think Alex should read, and then of course he's going to explain it to me the way I do on Mrs. P's book club.
Yep.
And once we get all the different recommendations, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna pick out the top 3.
Yep.
Based on like what I can do, so quick Google search or a Goodreads search about them, and those top 3 will vote on. The patrons will vote on.
Yep.
And then Alex is going to use his goddamn library card, and he's going to go rent a book, and he's going to read it.
Yep.
That's right.
That's what I'm going to do.
So to celebrate 500, we are going to punish you.
Yes, that's 100%. And should we say what the 1,000 stretch goal is going to be?
No.
You don't want to say it?
I don't even know what it is yet, so I don't want to
Okay.
make any promises.
All right. But anyway, we're really close to the 500, and we want to thank everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody. And like I said, right now there is currently one of my topic polls is up there. We talked about the end of the last podcast. Looks like J. Edgar Hoover is the winner so far.
Yeah.
With the reopening of Japan and the story of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby coming up in second and third.
I like how your face twitches every time I do
the
that.
fact you don't know who
Yeah.
Jack Kirby is
You know,
makes
we
me
get
so
ads
fucking mad.
on our podcast for Juvederm, and I think that little twitch, that
Yeah.
little botulism or Juvederm right in there would keep that twitch.
That makes me so mad. But anyway, we've been talking about the Patreons. We talking about the Hey Huns and the team leads.
Yeah,
so let's go ahead and welcome some. You ready
All
for
right.
it?
Yeah.
Hey, let's meet our team leaders.
All right. Well, I checked. There was no, hey, say this name differently this
Okay,
week.
cool.
So I can just read them right from the list.
Let's go.
So we're going to start off Erica Roth.
Hey, hun.
After that, we have Jelf. Just want to stay inside and read.
Same.
I think it's Jaelfe.
Oh, I feel like maybe they did send something in.
Oh, and you might have cleared the message and not told me.
Oh, no. Hold on. Wait.
No, I'm not. There's no
I'm
holding
sorry.
on.
I'm sorry, guys. I really think they said how to say it. It was like J. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yalfi?
I don't know.
All right. Well, you're a bad person.
I'm sorry.
I went in and I only saw 2 notifications for messages.
Oh, no.
When you were like, oh, I'm just going in and I have the app. I'll check the messages sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So congratulations.
This is my failure. I take full responsibility.
We're going to write it
I
down.
apologize.
We're going to mark it. All right. We're going to mark it. 1 failure for Mrs. Pearlmania. Made it all the way to episode 35. After that, we have allegedly _ Nilla Thunder.
Hey, hon, what's up?
I love a Nilla. Like a Nilla wafer. Mm-hmm. One of my favorites.
I know.
Yeah. It's the best.
You really just you're like, let me get that most boring of basic
I like,
cookie.
listen, the plainer the food,
Yeah.
give me a Nilla wafer.
He said
give me
chicken
vanilla.
fingies.
Give me-
He said chalky milk.
Oh.
He said Nilla wafer. He's
Vanilla
a
ice cream.
toddler.
Vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla ice
No
cream.
sprinkles.
What? Why?
After that, we have Redhead, who happens to be a bisexual scientist because I'm cool.
Oh, hell yeah. I think I read a book about you. Let's
Yeah,
go.
that's a good one. After that, we have Here for Mrs. P.
Hey, hon.
Yeah, boo.
Hey.
They sent a very lovely message in about how their family's from Northeast Philadelphia and how listening to you reminds them of being home.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Not for nothing.
After that, we have Mojo Jojo Nixon.
Oh, shit. Hey, hon. They saw the Barbie movie.
Yeah, well, it's either that or Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, right.
It's Mojo Jojo.
Yeah.
That was very fun to say. Yeah, Mojo Jojo Nixon. I love that. That's
Hey,
a great
hon.
name. After that, we have Mateo _ tired.
Mateo, you and me both. Let's go.
Samey, dude.
Hey, hon.
Samey.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we have Dave Pack.
Hey, Dave.
I like that.
Yeah.
And Dave has like a nice picture of, I think it's him with his kids.
Nice.
And it's just, smoking that Dave Pack. All right. After that.
Wow.
All right. So we've had a running trilogy that's been going on in our Patreon.
Okay.
All right. Of people bullying each other via our comments.
Yeah, and us.
And there was one that was like, Tim still doesn't listen, but Devlin needs to listen. It's been going back and forth. I've received a message.
Okay.
Because apparently this is like a group of 3 friends.
Yeah.
Who also have partners.
Yep.
And like some partners listen and some partners don't. And from my understanding, there are actually 2 Devlins.
There's 2 Devlins?
Yes. And it says here, this is the Patreon name, Stephanie _ and _ Devin _ listen _ but _ Tim _ still _ doesn't.
What the fuck, Tim?
Yeah. Get it together, Tim.
Do you know how many underscores we just had to go through, Tim?
You fuck. So, to Tim out there, you are on our shit list.
Yeah.
For our 1,000 stretch goal, I will hunt down Tim.
No,
that's
hey,
fine.
It's not nice.
All right. After that, we have allegedly.
Oh, what an incredible stage name.
Yep, alleged space Lee.
If I was a drag king, that'd be a good drag king.
That would be your drag king name?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
After that, we have Nicole Matata.
Hey, hon.
After that, we have intoxicated and underrated.
Yeah. Hey, hon.
Yo, girl. After that, we have Samantha Keeney.
Hey, hon.
After that, we have me just clicking back over here to make sure that I'm in the right one.
You do?
I was in the wrong one. There we go. And that is it.
What the fuck just happened?
Don't worry about it. That was everybody.
Okay.
I think I gave a double shout out to somebody, but that's fine.
What if it was the person whose name? Because I swear I told you that name.
Let me cheat something real quick because we're here. No, because we did the Thugler last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're good. That's everybody.
Okay.
So everybody's gotten their shout out. Special thank you to Samantha Keeney.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Should we edit this out?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I was in the wrong button, all right? Usually I go to benefits,
okay, so
and then I go
on
into
the piece
click.
of paper, I'd like you'd write down your failure. You've
Had
a failure.
We've had so many.
You've had a failure.
I've had so many failures. All right, we're good.
So we're not keeping track of yours?
No, because it's impossible to understand how many failures I've had. You are the one who is perfect. Except for your one failure.
Oh, no. I feel as though you might frame this piece of paper you've
Yeah.
written my failure on.
Yeah. I already forgot what your failure was.
I'm not going to tell you, but I know what it is.
I'll listen back. So with that, that's the end of our intro.
Okay, great.
And now we go into the episode.
Oh, you're buckle up.
Yeah, and this was a listener voted. This
was
team
top
lead.
voted by the team leads.
Yes.
It was pushed back one episode because I wanted to keep all the quacks in August.
Yes.
Which is funny to say after doing all this research. Guess what? The quacks have leaked. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
We're covered in quacks.
Have you, by the way, did you see, speaking of quacks, the eyeglass quack?
Oh, yeah, the lady on TikTok.
No, she's not on TikTok. That's the thing. Everyone keeps saying she's on TikTok.
No. The lady was doing a thing on TikTok and watched her video.
Yeah. But the person is on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's the thing is most of these quacks are actually Instagram quacks. They don't do as well on TikTok, and it makes me annoyed because TikTok is copied. Instagram copied TikTok and made Reels.
Yeah.
Which really helped quacks get into more white ladies.
Let me tell you something about Reels. Let me tell you. If I look at Reels for more than 6 slide ups, more than 6 little slide ups with my fingy, it will immediately try to take me down a rabbit hole of red pill. Like everything in my algorithm is like crochet, cats, baking, and then it's just some dude being like, Andrew Tate is the best dude ever. And it always happens. And so what I've done, my resolution this year is that I've just blocked all of them because they're not getting a free view from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if I watch that video, even just to get raged out at it, they get one more view and their video gets pushed in the algorithm further. So I just block everybody. I looked at the block list for these dudes, the alpha guys, and all the other podcasts where it's just like two guys yelling at some woman that she's only a 6 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Blocked, babes. Because we need to block all of them so they stop pushing those videos in the goddamn algorithm.
Is there a way to block like a hashtag or a specific term?
I don't think so.
I feel like there should be, because if you could block like hashtag alpha,
God,
I feel like that would take out.
I just don't understand why Instagram wants to turn everybody into alphas and tradwives. Actually,
I understand. I understand. Yeah, but it's also
I said it out loud and I immediately knew why.
Yeah, but it's also a secondary feature of all of them too, is because these guys are all content whores. Yeah, they're all clout goblins. So they're constantly making content because that's all they can do, and because all they're doing is making content, and that their job is actually content. Yeah. They'll tell you it's to better you. It's to, get you stronger. It's to, between them and the exercise, the same thing with the exercise girlies and all that different stuff. Like some people are like, hey, once every month I post 2 videos to like remind people that my business exists. And then there's other people who their business actually is the content. Yeah. And the content is claiming they have a business.
Got it. Yeah.
So like,
and it's fun because they take you down the same little rabbit hole. Also, I have this theory and I don't know even where to begin to research it, because so recently all the fitness gals, so there's like all the fitness gals on the Instagram and the TikToks, they they're always talking about health and diet and all that stuff, but recently a lot of the fitness gals started talking about like how hormones are really important to your fitness, which like in an overarching sense it makes sense. It's like there's going to be 3 weeks where you're really going to be able to lift up a lot of weights. And maybe 1 week where maybe you're not going to be able to. Yeah. Got it. End of story. I figured it out. Thanks. But because they're all like obsessed with hormones right now, they're all talking about how all of the major like fitness girls online have decided to go off birth control. Oh. And so because they're like, it's not natural for your hormones. It's affecting your weight, your gains, all this stuff. Gotcha. And so, but like the narrative being pushed now is that birth control is bad for you because it fucks up your hormones, and that they're just really villainizing it in like this really subtle way. Yeah. But I have this theory and I cannot prove it. This is allegedly all day. I think the way that the Koch brothers and all those people secretly fund Ben Shapiro, I think these gals are being secretly funded to get women off birth control because Roe v. Wade got overturned.
Oh, hold on. Let me not hit that allegedly button, because that's not even an allegedly. Like that is that's happening. Okay. There's
because that's what it seems like.
No. Because here's the thing though, and real fast. This is the reason why that's happening. Mm-hmm. Soy.
The plant, the edamames?
Yeah, soy.
Okay.
There's a form of estrogen in soy.
Yeah.
Okay, right? And so that form of estrogen, which is not the same estrogen that's in women, it was noticed by somebody who lifts weights.
Yeah.
And he saw estrogen and he went, I don't fucking drink soy milk. That shit gives you tits.
Yeah.
And then slowly that came into that the Chinese are feminizing men through soy.
Yeah.
Even though most soy is grown in the United States and then sold back to China.
Okay.
That became that, and it's the same thing with your lifting girlies.
Yeah.
Also, they saw hormones. They saw that it affects the hormones for birth control.
Yeah.
And then they also they heard a study they did not understand and read, hormones might affect my weightlifting regimen.
Yeah.
And they went, the two have to be connected.
See, but I think it's darker. I think there's dark money.
No. I'm saying that's how it started.
Yeah.
And then slowly 4chan, the Mercers who funded Trump and a bunch of other people. It's not just the Koch brothers.
Yeah.
There's actually a whole group of people. And the big part of it is they're just trying to make enough waves to create chaos further apart of it. So that's the reason why I'm like, yes, totally. They're definitely.
Yeah. But I just think like, and I don't know that the girls that are that are taking in fitness content realize that like, if they follow this random girl who shows butt pictures all day about how like if you get off birth control you can get a fat booty, like, and then you're gonna maybe accidentally get pregnant in a state where you don't have any rights to make a decision about that, is crazy. It's crazy, that thought.
Well, what's crazy is actually how long this intro's been.
Well, we've gone off on a tangent. What a surprise!
I know. Well, that's kind of what the whole show's about. So with that, let's go ahead and we're going to take a break. We're going to take a page turn.
Okay.
Maybe a commercial.
Page
I don't know.
turns are for the book club.
Well, you didn't like me calling them bumps.
Okay. Well, it's because of the way you looked at me when you said it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, stop hitting the microphone.
Okay.
Here, we're going to take a little break.
Pearlmania, 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 Pearlmania 500.
It's your episode.
It's my episode. I get to do whatever I want.
Yeah, what's the topic?
Which is a long intro, which is Hey Huns, which is talking about making you read a book. This is my kind of episode. So yeah, the patrons voted, and the number one winner is Mother God. Do you know who Mother God is?
Is that from Captain Planet? Mother Gaia?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what? Put that in your brain. Hold that for later.
Wait, I don't like that. I don't like that. I would make a dumb joke and you're like, lock it in.
Lock it in. So Mother God, her real name is Amy Carlson. Okay. Amy Carlson, she, according to her family, it's really difficult to get information on her previous life before she became Mother God. Okay. But according to her family, she grew up in Dallas, Texas, and was a straight A student. And in her early adult life, at some point she became, in their quotes, outlandish and started believing in crazy concepts such as spaceships and aliens and, you know, the belief that like fluoride will stop that one weird little
pineal
thing.
gland.
Yeah, pineal gland, all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
She got into that
And
stuff.
instead of it just being that your teeth don't hurt as much.
Yeah, we don't need our teeth.
Okay.
So during her early adult life, she was known to be a party girl.
Okay.
Like a party girl. Heavy drinking, maybe some drug use, all alleged.
Yeah.
She was in a lot of relationships with men. They all weren't healthy relationships.
Okay.
She was married 3 times.
We don't know much about her, but we know that she was married 3 times.
Yeah, but like I
much.
don't know. Like it's like all of it's very vague. Like there's not a lot. She's old enough where she didn't like post all this stuff on Facebook.
It was a little pre-internet.
You know, she's Gen X.
What year was she born? Do you have that? Okay.
So I did get some pictures of her from this period of her life where she's a young gal. And I wouldn't usually just show you pictures of like her like as a young gal, but it's important because it's going to be part of the timeline to see how this goes. So this is what Amy, this is what she looks like.
Oh right? Yeah. She looks like a, you know, if she was, she looks like she would have been in like an American Pie movie.
Yeah, she's a 90s gal.
Yeah.
There's her drinking some tequila. Yeah. She's a party gal. So she's very pretty. Okay.
She looks like who was that one movie? Something About Mary. Who was that lady?
Cameron Diaz.
Kind of Cameron Diaz.
She has Cameron Diaz. I think she looks like one of the gals that would have been in one of the Kevin Smith movies. You know, like Chasing Amy. She's very Chasing Amy. She
has that kind of feel to it too. Yeah.
So she's a very pretty young woman.
Yeah.
And like I said,
she'd be the romantic interest in an alt comedy, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. She'd be the romantic interest
in a late 90s
in a
alt
movie
comedy
in which the guy is wearing nothing but oversized t-shirts and cargo shorts and is hella ugly.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Adam Sandler.
Yeah, but
brings nothing to the table.
But weirdly, he's like, "What's your job?" He's like, "Architect." Like some job he clearly doesn't do.
God. The architects really had a grip on us growing up.
It's weird.
They were like, "Do you want to be an architect?"
No, what do you do? I write greeting cards. All right, 500 Days of Summer. Fuck off.
Okay, so
that's been replaced by ChatGPT now.
During the mid 2000s, Carlson develops an interest in New Age philosophy. So she starts getting real into it. She became a regular poster on different forums and websites, like lightworkers.org.
Light workers?
Mm-hmm, light workers.
Like they don't do a lot of work? Or they work with light?
They work with light.
Oh, no,
I do like yours, though. I like the light
I thought this was a union website at first. We're here to work.
We're here to work light.
We're not trying to work.
Soft boys.
We're not working heavy.
Soft boys.
Yeah.
Nope. This is all about
or she worked for like a stagehand union where they just do light rigging.
Okay.
Like that would make more sense.
If she was in the stagehand union, this would be a different story.
We work with light.
No, she's talking about chakras. She's talking about the lights.
Auras,
those type of lights. Okay. in that online forum, she met a man.
Hold on. I just want to let you know the sentence "in that online forum." I don't know why it popped me a little bit. In that online. I don't know. I like the way it flowed. She met a man.
Yeah. Now, his name is Amaranth White Eagle. Now, the spelling of this. Hold on. The spelling is Amerith. It looks like Amerith, but he says it's pronounced Amaranth, like the grain. So Amaranth White Eagle.
Okay. Was he thinking? You saying there's a grain? Because I'm thinking like amethyst.
No, it's a grain called amaranth that you can bake with.
Named himself after a grain.
Yeah, but he spelled it like kind of America.
Yeah, but
White
also
Eagle.
it sounds like he's trying to name himself after like a type of quartz crystal.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay.
Okay, so but she meets him in a forum.
Okay, and that's his
online.
forum name, or that's his actual name.
You know what? It feels like, based on what I gathered, it was his forum name, and then he said, "This is my name now.
That's my personality now."
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, while they were talking online for quite a long time, becoming fast friends, White Eagle convinced Amy that she was divine. So they're chatting online.
So he convinced her that she's God tier,
divine entity. Okay, that's what he's telling her.
Okay.
So, goals when it comes to online dating.
Yeah.
You want someone that's like, you are a divine being.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I said that to you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think I think it was like our second date. I was like, "You're a goddess," and you're like, "Shut the fuck up."
I was like, "What are you ordering? Chicken, bitch?" Okay.
All right.
So,
8 years of marriage, still getting yelled at because every now and then just want chicken fingies.
Yeah, there it is.
All right?
Chicken fingies. So around this time, Amy Carlson begins to tell people that she's experiencing paranormal phenomena.
Okay.
So she's seeing things, she's hearing things. God is speaking to and through her, and she's telling her friends and family. They're skeptical, to say the least.
Well, because it sounds like she is probably having some sort of psychotic break while probably doing the fun drugs that were just laying around there in the early 2000s.
And drinking heavily. Okay. So in late 2007, Amy decides she's going to leave her third husband, abandon her children, and quit her job as the manager at McDonald's.
What? Okay. I did not have McDonald's manager.
Yeah.
I did not have. She's a McDonald's manager.
She's manager of
who
McDonald's.
Believes that she is a god.
Divine God.
Honestly, that tracks.
So...
Having been waiting for some food recently at a Burger King where the manager was not helpful.
Yeah.
I believe she also believed that she was a god.
A divine entity
being.
Sent to help.
Yeah.
So yeah, she abandons her children, quits her job, and leaves her husband.
Sounds like a god to me.
Ceases contact with most of the members of her family. Right? She cuts everybody off.
Okay.
And moves to Colorado to meet up with Amaranth White Eagle.
Okay.
So she was living in Texas. This was all in Texas. She leaves everybody. Bye. Never talking to you again. And moves to Colorado to be with Amaranth.
Listen, I'm not for abandoning your kids.
Yeah.
But if you are going to abandon your kids for a man named Amaranth White Eagle, then you probably did your kids a favor. Those kids did not have too good of a chance when their mom is out here. I had a friend. A quick aside.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine whose mom walked out on his dad.
Okay.
And she was fucking this rich guy.
Whoa.
And it was like crazy, right? This is after we all graduated high school. His mom one day was just like, "I'm leaving," and this limo pulled up.
Shut up.
And she grabbed a bag that was by the door, like told everyone goodbye, told the husband. She never had a job.
Yeah.
Any of this stuff was like, fuck you, whatever. I'm out of here. And left and got in this limo and abandoned the family.
Okay.
3 weeks later, the rich man's wife,
oh no,
who actually had the money,
there it is,
told him, "All right, this game's done. Give her back now."
Oh no.
Yeah. So then she had to go get a real job
Wow.
she had never had a job before. She hadn't had a job since she was like, in her 20s before they had their first kid.
Damn.
And walked out on.
Damn.
Because the dad had a good job. She's like, why did he need one? So she would just stay home and
That's real Carrie energy.
It's very.
Carrie. That's something Carrie would do. She'd be like, yeah, no, Big likes me this time. And then you're like, God, you are the worst.
Yeah.
I tried to rewatch Sex and the City, and it's impossible because Carrie is so unlikable.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll die on that hill.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see here. So they start a group.
Okay. In Colorado.
It's like a spiritual group. I don't want to say a religion right away, but it's a spiritual group they're putting together, and they've named it the Galactic Federation of Light.
Okay. We're the Galactic Federation of Light. Cool. And you're only in Colorado?
Yeah, they're
weird how out of the entire galaxy, the Galactic Federation of also light again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Light is important.
Light
in your
is
soul, you know?
Okay.
Amaranth.
Because we're all actually plants and we need photosynthesis.
Yeah. I need sun. So I'm an iguana. Amaranth White Eagle was referred to as Father God, and Amy was referred to Mother God.
Okay.
In the Galactic Federation of Light. That's how they refer to each other.
Okay.
They started posting videos on YouTubes talking about, what their belief systems were, about the work they were doing, about their spirituality. And in 2009 is one of the first videos where we see Mother God and Father God together. And I've got great news. I have the original video.
Okay.
And they're bringing the best news to us. Okay, so this is the video.
Okay.
God and the Earth allies. And we declare peace on Earth equal heart.
Peace on Earth.
So that's right. The first video, they declare peace on Earth.
And that's in 2009?
Yep. Peace on Earth was declared by Father God and Mother God on 2009.
Real quick.
As you know, everything has worked out since then.
Okay. Let me see Amaranth again.
Okay.
That's him. That's Father God. Let me just see. I just need to see the video, the image. Why does that man have a long mountain beard? He looks like he's from Duck Dynasty.
He does look like he's from Duck Dynasty.
When you said Amaranth, when you were describing him, I was picturing I don't know, a man who's fuckable. Like this man looks like if you were to strip, if I just see him in his boxers, it would be very much like the old man in the prison in Count of Monte Cristo. Like that's how I can describe him. Where if he was just in boxers, you would expect the boxers to be tattered because his body has just been racked with not eating. And he should be. That is a crazy man's beard, and this is coming from a bearded man with long hair.
Yeah,
that is a man. Like if you saw him, you'd be like, we don't. I'm not going to that diner anymore.
I think you're missing the point, which is that peace on Earth was declared in 2009.
I understand that. I understand that peace on Earth was declared
by Mother and Father God.
Yes.
Of the Galactic Federation of Light.
Okay.
So thank you so much to that.
Okay. So the Yemeni war never happened.
Nope.
Never happened.
Peace on Earth.
Right. Okay. So that whole Afghanistan war.
Peace on Earth.
Iraq war ended.
Peace on Earth.
The Syrian civil war.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
You're just making things up now.
Okay. The invasion of Ukraine.
What? I don't know anything about that. Peace on Earth.
The big a lot of West Africa.
So anyway,
East Africa.
The core theology of their belief system, right, is described as really fluid. So they combine a lot of New Age spirituality, conspiracy theories, elements of mainstream Judeo-Christian religions. The group proclaimed that Carlson was divine. She is God living on Earth. Okay. This is very important for you to understand. When they say Mother God, she means it. She is God living on Earth.
Okay. And he is Father.
He is Father God.
She is Mother. He is Father.
Exactly.
Okay.
She is 19 billion years old, and she has birthed all of creation. Okay. She has been reincarnated 534 times. She remembers all of her reincarnations.
Wait, over 19 billion years?
Only 534 times. That's what she said. These are her numbers.
I know. That just doesn't feel like... It feels like that she would be living 19 billion... So she's living 200 million years at a time?
So she's been reincarnated 534 times, including as Jesus, Joan of Arc,
Okay.
Marilyn Monroe, Pocahontas,
Time out.
Queen Elizabeth, Harriet Tubman,
What?
Amelia Earhart,
What?
and Cleopatra.
What?
And then I was listening to that and I said, oh, suspicious, because there's like 16 years where Tubman and Earhart are both alive.
At the same
and then
time.
later, there's an 11-year span where Earhart and Monroe are both alive. So I feel like that was a very hard time for Mother God.
Yeah, to be popping
during
around.
those years, just popping in between.
But also now out of the 538, right?
Yeah.
Like I was taking the 19 billion years and dividing it equally.
yeah, no.
And instead she was like, no, some of
Crams.
these, I get bored really fast now with
Yeah.
human lives.
Yeah. So she just crams them in the edge there. Also, she states that she has survived 581 assassination attempts, which I would like to point out, she did not survive the one when she was Jesus.
No. No.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And they just had a hammer and nails.
Yeah.
They didn't even have. I like how she was like, yeah, I was Harriet Tubman. You're like, okay, well that's pretty cool. She did a lot of badass stuff. And I was Amelia Earhart. You got lost. You're God, and you got lost.
How
and
did God
eaten?
get lost?
You got eaten by some crabs.
Dang. I mean,
Also, according to NASA, the universe is only 13.8 billion years old.
she's been here since before she created the universe. She's been
Okay.
around before that.
So,
I don't know why this is hard for you to
Which
believe.
means that she existed before time.
Yeah, she created time.
She created time.
She is God.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That was confusing.
So during all of this, we're gonna start gaining followers from the YouTubes. Okay, the YouTube videos, they're not super popular, but there's people watching. And Mother God gains her first follower. Like, left his house, packed up his belongings, and moved to Colorado to be with her and Father God, their first follower.
Okay.
His name is Miguel Lamboy. His real name might be Michael, but he goes by Miguel Lamboy. Okay? So he goes and he moves to Colorado to be with them because he believes in what they're talking about.
So he watched a grainy YouTube video of a Duck Dynasty sitting next to a 90s party girl.
Yeah.
And he went, I want to go to there.
He said they're making a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, White Eagle, Amaranth, he leaves Carlson. They break up in 2014.
Mother God and Father God?
They end it. It's over.
Okay.
Okay. Amaranth basically declares White Eagle. I'm sorry. Amy basically declares White Eagle to be an enemy of the state at this point.
Okay.
She is like,
He is evil.
He is evil. He has bad vibrations.
He's a suppressive personality.
Very that suppressive
Yes.
personality. And so from this point forward in the history of everything we're going to talk about, whatever the original Father God, Amaranth White Eagle, is brought up, he is like spit on by everyone that's a part of this.
Okay. So he's like the devil.
Yeah. Well, yep. Okay.
Okay.
Pack that away for later.
Okay.
So
So no more Duck Dynasty.
Amy gets a new Father God. His name is Andrew.
What the fuck?
And
is he at least cuter?
He was younger and cuter.
Okay.
That lasted for maybe a year. He didn't even last for a full year.
Okay.
Then in late December 2015, a video went live on their YouTube channel, which was a video of Amy and a man named RJ, and they were on the beach in Clearwater, Florida, and it looked like they were doing like a very new agey wedding ceremony. Okay, so like it seemed to be like a wedding ceremony, but they never legally got married.
Yeah.
But like it was like maybe their spirits were joining their twin flames or something.
Listen, I wouldn't trust these people to fill out paperwork.
Yeah, paperwork.
That's why it's not going to ever be legal. Like the most you might get a common law because someone notices they've been living together for 7 years.
Yeah.
But you're never going to get a legal document signed.
So RJ,
Yeah.
who she spiritually did this new age wedding with, right?
Entwines, yes.
He did not become Father God. No.
What's he become?
He's still
Stepdad God?
No, but he's still part of it. He's still part of this crew that is gathering, her disciples that are gathering.
Yeah.
Her apostles, if you will.
Okay.
He's still there. He's just not Father God.
Okay.
But she married him.
Because she was like, I'm done sharing the throne.
Okay, in March 2016, we get another Father God. His name is Jonah.
What the fuck? Yo, imagine you marry God. And you're like, so I'm God too? And she's like, no, it doesn't work like that anymore. Like, okay, that's fine. She's like, but this guy over there,
Jonah.
that guy's God.
That guy's got the
But you're still my
special sauce.
husband. You're like, what the fuck? Am I just a piece of dick?
Yep. After she declares Jonah father God, she says that Amy and Jonah, she declares they are both king and queen of the planet.
Oh, good.
So Amy and Jonah, those are king and queen, all bow down.
Okay. Hear ye, hear ye. Behold the king and the queen of the planet. Do not confuse them with the other 19 king or queens of the planet, including the head of the Unification Church of Korea. You might also know them as the Moonies.
Okay.
I love that they're like, we're the king and the queen of the planet. It's like, well, you don't own the Washington Times.
Around this time, RJ, so the guy from the beach, he makes a video that goes live on their website, on their YouTube, saying that their website has been stolen. So they had a website.
Okay.
And RJ is saying the website's been stolen and that $30,000 has also been stolen from them.
And he posts this on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And this has fucked up their plans because they were going to use that money to go to Mount Shasta to unlock secret codes.
Oh.
So they were making a big plan. They're going to do this, but the money got stolen.
Uh-huh.
And they need your help. Okay, so please.
God got robbed.
God got robbed.
God got robbed,
They
everybody.
stole God's website, god.org. It's not a profit. And 513C.
Yeah.
And yep. And
I am omnipotent. Hear the words of Mother God. I'm a little broke right now. Some guy hacked my email and stole all my Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is happening?
So yeah, then
what is Mount Shasta? I feel like I've heard that
that's in Colorado.
before. They need $30,000 to go to Mount Shasta?
They really don't, but that's what they're saying. But they're also talking about how evil. Oh, it's in California.
Mount Shasta is California. But yeah, you don't need $30K to go to Mount Shasta. I'm pretty sure you can just drive there.
Well, there's the secret codes that they need to unlock. Maybe that costs money to unlock the secret codes.
Okay.
I don't know.
But why would you need secret codes if you're God?
Okay. Because
What does God need with a spaceship?
You're asking the wrong questions.
All right.
Okay. Why aren't you more willing to help God get her spaceship?
No, but that...
Okay. All right. Let's focus.
That was a Star Trek quote.
Oh, sorry.
What does God need with a spaceship is a very funny...
In May 2016, this is when they officially changed the name of the group. Okay. So the name of the group is now Love Has Won.
Not...
Spelled like they won a game.
WON.
Yep.
Okay. So it's no longer the Galactic Federation of Light.
No.
Because
Lovehaswon.com.
They bought the website.
Yes.
They bought a new website.
Uh-huh.
So they're rebrand. Instead of just saying we're rebranding, they're like, we've been robbed.
Yep.
That's really what this comes down to.
Probably. Or they didn't want to pay for that website anymore.
That's what I feel like it was. Yeah.
Love Has Won is how it is now described to this day. Love Has Won is the name of this religious group.
Okay.
Love Has Won.
Okay.
So remember when you were talking about those wars? Wrong. Peace on earth. Love has won. The end. I did want to play you a clip kind of showing you when I'm talking about she's posting these YouTube videos. She's talking about her belief system and she's interacting with her followers. I'm going to play you a very short clip so you can understand kind of what she sounds like when she's doing this, okay?
I'm the Holy Spirit. I am Great Spirit. I am the Mother of Creation. I'm here. So I have a message to read to you. Ding. Love forever reigns on earth as it is in heaven. All atoms who deny this message will be recycled into right action. Period.
Period.
She hit him with the period.
She is reading the punctuation from the sheet. Now, she is a little older now.
Yep.
I want to say she was in probably her mid-40s.
Yep.
What is that jewel on her forehead?
She has a necklace on her forehead.
Yeah.
It's like a big turquoise necklace.
Yep.
But she's just put it around her forehead so that the turquoise is right in the middle of her
so
forehead.
it's just hanging down there. It looks like that she's posting that from a motel room.
Yes.
Just the way the room is laid out, that does remind me very much of a Midwest rundown motel room.
Could be. Probably had Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's not very well lit. It's definitely from a laptop.
Yep.
That's definitely a laptop camera. So yeah, we're not. That's the one thing with a lot of these type of cults, like these type of cults that always catch me off guard is like they don't invest.
Whoa, who said cult?
Oh, sorry. These type of spiritual light movements.
There you go.
They always catch me off guard because they never reinvest back into the technology. Like they're just like, whatever. We'll just keep saying weird shit like this, and more losers will show up with cash. And it just always catches me off guard. Like, with our podcast, as people have given us money through Patreon and stuff like that, we've invested in new microphones. We've invested, I've upgraded the computer. I've been slowly trying to make it better so that way when we're putting out more content, it sounds better. It looks better. All these different things.
Boo! Terrible cult leader.
Yeah. Instead, she just like, nah, I got this.
Yeah.
Let me duct tape a necklace to my forehead so it dangles over my eyes.
Well, zhuzhing it up.
Zhuzh.
So here's the thing. I want to go quickly back to Miguel. Because Miguel,
the first
guy.
Okay.
He's the GOAT follower. Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Okay. He's
the Peter to her Jesus.
He's beloved
okay.
by Mother God.
Okay.
He is not Father God, though. He is never going to ascend to Father God.
Okay. But he is beloved.
But everything owned by Love Has Won, including 2 properties, 3 cars, and any other finances, are in his name.
Ah.
All of it's in his name.
Gotcha.
He was listed as the president of Love Has Won on their tax documents. Their nonprofit 501(c), which is Love Has Won.
What does God need with tax documents?
Well, they figured out how to fill out those ones. I think RJ should be upset about that. Miguel was like, I'm doing this paperwork. So, it's just important to know that Amy doesn't have any of this in her name.
Yeah, that makes sense. No,
it's all in Miguel's name.
Yeah.
Amy states, sorry, Mother God says that she created herself from all the energies of love and the unknown. She also claims that she created Father God from her own heart. She states that her and Father God have been separated for 19 billion years as humanity has plunged into the darkness. She says she created a divine plan and sent Father God into the depths of hell.
Oh, okay. So she's stealing that. What's the one? Zoroastrianism. That this is like the idea of like the duality.
Father God is Lucifer.
Yeah. This is Zoroastrianism.
Okay, so Father God is Lucifer. While he was down there doing a little walkabout, she ascended to heaven, and while she was up there, she was aligning the balance and the harmonics of heaven.
Okay.
All
right.
So obviously, they were both super busy.
I wish these people would just masturbate. It would just make more sense.
They were both really super busy. And so she created another role, Father of the Multiverse. And I think this is just
Who taught her about the fucking multiverse?
This is just her creating opportunities for growth within the company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like, listen, I know that you really want to get promoted.
But now you
can't be Father God. So they're creating this middle management opportunity
for growth. You're the assistant to Father God.
Father of the multiverse. Okay. She states that her
what year is this?
I don't know. She states that her and Father God and the Father of the multiverse are the Holy Trinity.
Oh, they're a Trinity now.
They're the Holy Trinity. The 3 of them, that makes up the Holy Trinity.
I feel like it's so weird how she learned about the multiverse at the same time as the Marvel happened to roll out, and she was like, "Oh, it's been explained to me well now."
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, okay.
We get introduced to a new Father God now. His name is John, and so John and Amy work together. I don't know what happened to Jonah. Don't ask me. I couldn't figure it out. Jonah disappears. And now we have John, who's the new Father God, twin flames with Amy.
Sad weird men run to her like rats.
It doesn't last long, though, and he is downgraded to Father of the Multiverse.
So he was Father God.
Yeah.
So he's who is the devil.
Okay, yep.
He's Father God, who is the devil.
Yep.
And then it's like, well,
He said something.
He said the wrong thing.
He said something. He didn't do the thing she asked him to do.
It's weird how they're a trinity, but it seems like one is really at the top of this pyramid.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, she's Mother God.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Now, the core group, at this time, they're gathering people. People are moving out to Colorado to be with them.
Time out.
Go ahead.
Just real quick. Imagine, if you will, if you were just some dude who used to drink with her like 25 years earlier, and then one day you're like, I wonder what Amy's up to. You pull her up on Facebook, and you're like,
whoa.
Fuck, dude. Like, that's the thing with all the...
Actually, I did find a video of, there is a guy who was her ex-boyfriend during this like time period when she was younger, when I was showing you the pictures.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, she was like a party girl. She was so fun. Like, she could out-drink any guy at the bar. She loved karaoke. She was always singing Jewel songs.
Jewel?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. She does look like a Jewel fan.
Yeah, but he was just like, yeah, and then, I don't know, man, it just got weird. Like, but he uploaded a YouTube video about it. Like, it's very strange.
Okay.
So they gather about, there's a big like ebb and flow to the member groups.
Yeah.
Because again, when you're collecting stray cats, some of them just wander off, I think.
Yeah.
So allegedly, 12 to 20 members at a time usually are living in this, what's becoming like a compound.
Yeah, that's kind of
12 to 20 members.
I was going to say, like, it could never have been more than 30.
They're all living in the same small town with Mother God.
Yep.
It's most of them in the same house. The members of this core group, they're called the Galactic Federation of Light.
Oh, okay. So the rebrand.
They're the Galactic Federation of Light.
Okay.
Love Has Won is the name of
the umbrella
whole
corp.
umbrella. Okay?
Gotcha.
Now, there are a separate sect of followers. They're still probably the same group, but a second tier. The followers who are focused on social media work, the people that are making these YouTube videos and making about like what we're doing, they're called the First Contact Ground Crew.
Okay.
First Contact Ground Crew.
Could you imagine meeting God? And they're like, you're a social media intern? Hello, God. I finally found God. Yes, it is I. Mm-hmm. It is I, God. How are you at Canva?
Yeah.
How is your downline? I don't give a fuck. This is the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right.
So these ambassadors, these social media ambassadors, if you will.
Oh, no. If they're ambassadors, it means they don't get paid.
They're the ones you're going to see on the YouTube videos of what is soon going to be live streaming. We're going to talk about live streaming.
Oh, no.
Talking about how Amy is God, but humanity is killing her. Okay.
Oh.
Amy is God, but we as humanity are killing her. Specifically that her body is dying, but she is growing in consciousness every day. Because she is going to lead 144,000 people into the mystical fifth dimension. Apparently, we're all currently stuck in the third dimension, and that's terrible.
Okay.
It's awful. And we need to get to the fifth dimension.
All right.
And so
what's
Amy...
the fifth dimension?
Where we need to go.
I mean, the fourth is time. I don't know what fifth is.
Amy, Mother God, is going to get us to the fifth dimension. We don't need to know what it is.
Okay.
Also, it's really likely that we're not one of the 144,000 people.
Yeah, there's like 7 billion people in the world.
Yeah, so Mother God can only save 144,000 people who have like the right soul and vibes, right? It's not...
If your vibes are right.
If your vibes are right, you're good.
Isn't that Jehovah's Witnesses number?
It could be.
I feel like that's the Jehovah's Witnesses number.
Now, the group begins daily live streams on YouTube, like with the team I just told you about. So they start live streaming on YouTube to recruit more members. Okay, so they're always recruiting. They're always talking about coming to live with us, coming to be a part of the group, come to be with Mother God, to be part of the 144,000.
Yeah, she's still out from the Bible.
Okay, great.
Okay.
They're also soliciting donations off of the streaming website. So
yep.
They're basically NPC TikTokers, just trying to get the little hearts.
They would get more money if they would do the glizzy guy.
Yeah, they're the glizzy guy.
The glizzy guy. I've shown you that video.
Okay,
you were grossed out by it.
It was very jarring when I didn't know what I was walking into looking at that video.
Yeah.
They also promote new age products and vitamin supplements.
Shut up. This whole thing's. I was joking about the downline.
The supplement company is called, what was that term from Captain Planet again?
It was Gaia.
Yeah. The supplement company is called Gaia's Whole Healing Essentials. And they sell plasma healing spray.
Wait. How do they spell whole?
Like WHOLE,
okay.
Whole Food.
I was about to say, if it was,
whoa,
Gaia's Whole, I'll be like, wow, man.
So Gaia's Whole Healing Essentials is the name of the company that has an Etsy. Or
it still sounds like these are essentials that heals Gaia's holes. Like, it's just.
So they had like an Etsy page, and you could go and buy stuff off of it. But they also promoted it heavily on the live streams and the YouTube and all the videos they made.
So basically, imagine you meet God. And then God is like, what are your thoughts on doing a 24/7 QVC style live stream where you sell essential oils to psychos?
Yeah, that's literally what happened.
Yeah. And then after that, you can host Dirty Jobs. Because that one guy, he was a QVC host.
He was a QVC host?
Yeah, the guy who hosts Dirty Jobs.
No, he wasn't. Was he?
He was either QVC or Home Shopping Network. Yeah, that's how he got to start. There's a compilation of him.
You know, my dream is to get on the QVC.
That's your dream?
I want to sell casserole dishes all day long and crock pots.
That's what you want to do? You just want to be like, these are really great for making enchiladas.
Guys, it comes in blue. It comes in red. It comes in green. There's a Christmas motif. Oh my God, catch me at the Christmas and July sale on QVC.
I want to sell knives.
Oh, you'd be good with knives.
This one has a stag horn right here.
Okay, you're
44 piece. This is a 44 piece knife set right here. Listen, they can try to come. They can try to take your guns.
No.
They can try to take your liberties. But they cannot take this knife because if you put this knife across your palm right here, you'll see this street legal.
Okay.
This is a street legal knife. You place this knife across your palm, it doesn't go to the other side. That means it's under 3 inches.
You are a live streaming salesman. I'm talking about being a QVC salesperson. Okay? It's a different vibe. It's a different energy.
Yeah.
You gotta look nice. You gotta be nice.
You gotta be nice.
Talk in a nice tone.
Okay.
I want to sell a casserole dish. Okay. So the group also offered, again, on these streams, on these videos, what they called etheric. I'm gonna spell it for you. ETHERIC. Etheric surgery.
Okay.
Which cost $88.88 per session.
$88. Okay.
Claiming that these surgeries, these etheric surgeries, would remove sickness and negative energy from the body. And that Amy, Mother God, would go inside of you and remove the cabalware.
The cabalware?
Mm-hmm. Like malware, but with cabal. Okay. Cabalware. They also stated that etheric surgery cures all ailments across the board. So, do you have gout in your feet? Boom. You have cancer? Gonna fix it. You've got IBS? Done. Now, you could book these etheric surgeries for anybody. So, you could get one for yourself for $88.88. You could get one for your dog. You could get one for your next door neighbor. Okay? Like, maybe your next door neighbor, Karen, is a total fucking bitch. And you think she needs an etheric surgery to heal her soul so she won't be such a fucking bitch anymore about the property lines, okay? So you can pay to have Mother God give her the etheric surgery because the loophole is it's all done in the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
So they don't need to know about it because they're being healed through the spiritual realm.
She's stolen this from the Mormons.
Okay.
Because the Mormons will do that with baptizing your relatives. Because that's why Mormons are super into genealogy, because you want to go back and baptize all the people who died before they found out about the good word of Mormonism.
Okay.
And so you can pay extra to have those people baptized. But I did also just look up etheric energy and all this different stuff because there's two things. Is number one, the reason why it's 8888.
Okay.
Part of that is because 8 in numerology is represents both spiritual and materialism. And it's a symbol of infinity.
Yep.
And the other thing is when I was looking up etheric, and it's like, it's like ether. It's the idea of you're doing surgery in the ether. But there is a group called Etheric Networks.
Yep.
Guess what they do?
I don't know.
They are an internet connection company that provides temporary internet connections for construction sites in the Bay Area.
Oh, perfect.
Everything else, though, is just kind of like, yeah, this is some weird hippie shit. And then it started offering me videos on having other etheric therapists.
Perfect.
Who would be able to do surgery through YouTube.
Wonderful.
So this grift is still going.
So they started getting into live streaming on Facebook at this point. So they're expanding to Facebook live streaming for hours a day.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, so it's like they wake up in the morning, they start live streaming. 2 people will sit in front of the camera talking about Mother God, talking about essential oils, talking about etheric surgeries. And then after a few hours, maybe another person will come in, somebody will bop out. And Mother God comes in every once in a while.
You know what's great is with Facebook Live, right? It's like you can see while you're doing it. You can see how many people are watching.
Yep.
And that's got to be incredible to be sitting there and doing this for hours on end and looking in the corner and seeing it like 4 active viewers.
I love that.
And
you got to really put it on for those 4.
And knowing that 1 or 2 of them are in the house with you.
Yeah.
Because one of them is going to be Mother God to make sure you aren't fucking up.
Yeah, stop fucking up. So the group banned drinking and drugs for all members.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
However, Mother God was allowed to drink because alcohol is made of organic matter. Let's go. She also used drugs, but it was medicinal when she did it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Amy was accused by many ex-members and people around suppressive people that she would drink a large amount of alcohol and was often really abusive while drunk.
Period.
So like when they're like, oh, we don't do drugs, like we're not about that, but Mother God needs alcohol because she's in so much pain. That's very much how they talk about it. But then I found this clip of them discussing drug use, and I was going to play it for you right quick. Let me just make sure I got the right, because I've got so many clips from this. Okay, here we go.
I went to sleep this morning. We're on this mushroom trip.
Mom had wrote, she was saying that she was on a mushroom trip and turned into the tree of life and then into a 60-foot emerald.
Once a week, every Friday, I would go on a mushroom trip.
And what's the other ones? What are the other tools?
We use
weed, cannabis,
mushrooms, cigarettes, alcohol.
Where's my wine? I'm a wino. Cheers.
So yeah, they're all using a lot of drugs and hallucinogens like mushrooms.
Yeah, while telling people they don't use drugs.
But yeah, always espousing that they don't use drugs because they're bad.
Well, no, I know what they're doing. Because everything they just listed in there are not drugs. Drugs come from big pharma. That is evil.
We've been doing this a while. You're starting to really catch on.
No. I knew these people when I was in fucking college, all right? The fact that when you started showing me the video, it's just so you guys who can't see it. This is just a series of white hippies. Almost every single video and every single backdrop of them is either at a campsite or in front of one of those big tapestries that you would find at a fucking head shop.
Yeah.
It's just big tapestries everywhere. All of them have...
Always worried about big pharma, but never big tapestry.
Never big tapestry is behind every corner. Behind every movement. Yeah.
So... Also... Okay, wait. Real quick. I think maybe we should... Oh, you want to get... Okay. Sorry. So the members are also... Okay, we're not allowed to have drugs and alcohol, allegedly.
Yeah.
Right?
But see, wine's different. Wine comes from grapes.
Yeah.
Beer comes from Father God because Father God liked beer. Specifically, he liked Milwaukee's Best.
I wonder if you can make beer out of amaranth because it's a grain.
Oh.
Okay, so members are not permitted to eat a lot of food.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So
that way it doesn't take as many mushrooms.
Okay, so here's the thing. The terminology right action. I don't know if you heard that in that first clip I showed you of her.
No, it was hard to hear.
She basically what you're saying about like that Scientology verbiage, being in right action is like being on the good vibes. You're either in wrong action or you're in right action.
Oh, so she's doing doublespeak bullshit.
Yeah. So if you're in right action, you don't need food. Like you don't need as much as you think you do, because your body is being powered by the spiritual energy from Mother God. So like you don't need as much food. Also because you should be so enlightened and energized by Mother God that she is your nourishment. Okay.
I understand.
Also, there's like a subsection of this that was discussed in certain videos, but like it's hard to nail down, that Mother God herself, she really doesn't eat. There's like, she does not eat food very much. She just drinks alcohol and wine.
Okay.
Like it's like there's like a lot of vagary in it, if you will, because she says often that she's just in so much pain because humanity is so painful, and she's taking all of the negative energy and the bad action from humanity, that she has to tamper down this human pain with wine.
Yeah.
But also,
but don't worry, she's not worried about the rest of the entire universe.
No.
The galaxies, the amount of galaxies of which there is as many stars in our galaxy, she doesn't think about that. Doesn't hurt her.
Yeah.
A black hole doesn't hurt her, but humanity is what's making her knock back 6 bottles of Yellowtail.
Yeah, obviously. Okay. Then there's the other thing where when she talks about how she needs to be lighter, like her body needs to be physically lighter to ascend into heaven. Oh. So she needs to drop weight to make it easier for her to ascend into heaven. That is also described. And so that kind of plays into the followers as well, where she's like, well, you need to be light enough to ascend, guys. That's another reason not to eat.
Oh my God. Yeah. That is like, okay, she's just stealing from so many places, but now she's literally taking tribulation and being like, your soul won't float if you're fat. Like that's what she's saying. Is you have a heaviness in your soul.
Yeah.
That heaviness is your BMI.
Yeah. See, and I was reading that and I was like, this has got a little touch of the Mormon.
It does have a little touch. But also that one lady who was the one who did the weight loss books, who died in the plane crash. They did the documentary about. It's a little touch of that too. But like she's just, what it is she's a lazy drunk who's stealing from so many different things, and then realizes the easiest way to do this is through hippies. Mm-hmm. Like I'm sure.
Speaking of stealing,
yes,
she did convince most of the members to apply for food stamps.
That
for
makes
SNAP
sense.
benefits, which is a form of benefits fraud, because technically, when you apply for SNAP benefits, food stamps, it's a per household benefit. So when you fill out the paperwork, if you have 12 to 20 people living in your household, you fill out the paperwork for 12 to 20 people. And then you get a SNAP card with the amount of money that is for 10, 12 to 20 people worth of value, which would be a lower number than if all 20 people applied separately on their separate incomes in the same household, which is benefits fraud. And you can go to jail for that. So I'm just saying, it's like benefits fraud.
Okay.
But so she was stealing their food stamp money and then not giving them food.
What does God need? Oh my God. Honestly, we're gonna have to watch this. I think it's Star Trek 4: Undiscovered Country. There's a whole thing where this guy, Spock's brother, is a prophet. Mm-hmm. Right? And he steals the Enterprise. Yeah. Okay. And he takes it to the center of the galaxy.
Okay.
Where they meet God.
Yeah.
And God's like big and powerful. And it's like, you will give me your spaceship. And Captain Kirk's like, huh? What does God need with a spaceship? And that's when they realize like this isn't omnipotent God, because if he was omnipotent and like this great powerful being, he wouldn't need the spaceship. He's clearly trapped.
So that's
my answer to this. What does God need with paperwork?
Mother and Father God also had another requirement for the followers, which is that you had to give them 100% of all of your property and money. And don't ask me why they need it.
Okay.
But they need it. Okay. So when you went and joined Love Has Won, and you moved to Colorado to be with them, you had to surrender all of the money and any property or estate you owned to Mother and Father God.
Yeah.
If you needed something, you could ask them. And if it was in right action, they would, of course, allocate you what you needed.
Yeah.
But stop asking why they need it.
But I need my insulin. That's wrong action.
Also, another requirement about living there with Mother God is that no one was allowed to sleep for more than 4 to 5 hours.
What?
Ever. So you would be woken up aggressively if you tried to sleep past 5 hours each night. And also, if you were considered to be on mission, in quotes, like if you were on mission, you only were allowed to have 2 hours of sleep per night.
Are that for the social media people?
Some of them, yeah. But
Okay.
like the missions are all very different.
Okay.
And like maybe if you weren't in right action because Mother God feels like your vibes are bad, you would then need to go on mission. And so, but again, maybe if I'm an outsider and I'm looking in and I'm hearing food deprivation, sleep deprivation, drugs, alcohol, I'm thinking this is how you create enough chaos in the human nervous system that it becomes really easy to manipulate and control people.
Yeah, this
I'm
sounds
not
like,
saying allegedly.
This sounds like, no, I'm not even pushing the button on this. This is straight up brainwashing. Fuck these people.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's not even a cult though. It's just like a
fun
fellowship
get-together
of spirituality, you know? Do you want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a little break.
Okay.
Where we can eat food and maybe take a nap for longer than 5 hours. We'll be back right after this. We're back. The escaped murderer's still on the loose. I did a little check while we were...
I ate banana bread I made.
Yeah.
So, okay. I just want to like, again, give you some more information about our Mother God.
Okay.
Our Mother God.
Our Mother God, Amy.
Mother God was, or is, let's say, was the queen of the lost continent of Lemuria.
Shut the fuck up. We're back with the lemurs? She's the queen of Lemuria. Okay.
And the group incorporated the belief that the Lemurians live within Mount Shasta in California.
But Lemuria isn't there. Lemuria is in the Indian Ocean.
They live within Mount Shasta
In California.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The group's theology.
She must have gone and been like, I love just saying Shasta.
I mean, Shasta Cola, right? That's the thing. It sounds delicious.
Yeah.
The group's theology also included references to the concepts of Atlantis and Anunnaki, and of course the reptilians.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. They believed that the world was run by a cabal determined to keep the planet in a low vibration state. Now, we need the planet to be at a high vibration. That's how we get to the fifth dimension.
Gotcha.
Okay. But the cabal is determined to keep the planet in a low vibration state.
So, funny story about that.
Mm-hmm.
There is a group of people. I can't remember if this was part of the Lyndon LaRouche and those crazy people's thing. There was a movement in, I think, the early 1900s to actually change the vibrational tone of music.
Okay.
It was to standardize it. Mm-hmm. And they believed that was part of cultural Marxism.
Oh.
So this whole vibrational thing, like this actually goes back. Mm-hmm. This ripple
So
of this
I have
bullshit
a
has existed for a very
clip
long time.
About the cabal, because I found it super interesting to find out where the cabal is, because they know where Mother God knows where the cabal is.
And she is God, so she could either strike them with thunder and lightning.
You're not thinking vibrationally. So, let me see here.
What does God need with Facebook Live?
She needs to get her message out there.
Okay.
So let's talk about the cabal, shall we? Let me see.
Let's hear about this cabal.
I'm getting there. Hold on. There's just so many cabal
So
videos.
they don't have souls. They're going to get recycled.
Mom had a vision where she walked into Cabal headquarters, which is in Miami.
Arrest! Cabal!
Well, you know what, Cabal minions? Did you really think you were going to get away with eating children?
So yeah, the cabal eats children and they're in Miami.
Oh, okay.
So pulled that from the live streams.
All right, that's good.
No big deal. Just like, I thought you should know that the cabal is...
I'll take one Cubano and a child, please.
Yeah, ooh. One child with a side of pickles.
Yep.
So the belief is that the cabal is keeping the vibrations low on Earth on purpose.
Okay.
But Mother
This
God
is feeling
is
very-
fighting every day to raise the vibration so that the 114,000 can ascend.
Yeah.
The rest of the souls on the planet, I know you're thinking, what's going to happen to us?
Yeah,
because
well-
we're not the chosen people.
Well, we're fat, so we can't
never gonna
float
get
to
up there.
heaven. We have fat souls. We got thickum souls.
All the rest of the souls on the planet
Yeah.
will be recycled into the galactic sun. So basically, everybody else on the planet is going to be sent into the galactic sun where our souls are going to burn and fuel the sun. And that's recycling of the souls.
Does she not understand the difference between a solar system and a galaxy? Is she...
Okay.
Was she homeschooled?
I don't have that
There
information.
isn't a galactic sun. A galaxy is made up of literally trillions of suns. Like there's...
No. There's one big sun, we just don't know about it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's in the fifth dimension.
Okay, it's a fifth dimensional thing.
Yeah,
All right,
okay,
that's
maybe
fine.
it's in there. Also, they believe that okay, so like how maybe I told you earlier that we didn't need to press the no Nazi button.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they believe that the Jews are part of the cabal.
Oh, I assume that just the second you said
Yeah.
cabal. There's never been anyone who said the word cabal who didn't mean Jews. Like those are I've been living my whole life listening for dog whistles.
Yeah.
There are certain things where I'm like, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of anti-Semitic stuff that came up when
Okay.
I was doing research.
Yeah.
A lot of racist stuff too.
Okay, because I did
Real
notice
bad.
I did notice the very, very white, very blonde and brunette crowd because there's
Yep.
a couple of them shots. Because this whole thing also has a QAnon funnel feeling to it.
So I did get one clip of some of their beliefs about the Jewish people. Now there was a lot to work with, but I feel like this one was really succinct.
This one nails a lot
really
of it.
nails what their thought process on the Jewish people in relation to the cabal. Okay. So let me get that for you.
Jews became bankers. That was their thing, that they want. The energy behind it was that they wanted everyone else to do the work and they would take the money. And so part of the idea behind the concentration camps was just to teach them to work.
What?
Yep.
You know what's funny? Weird thing.
Okay.
That is almost verbatim a thing that was said on Fox News recently
Oh.
by Greg Gutfeld.
Wow.
So the concentration. Okay.
That was
All right.
so they could learn to work
Yeah.
to raise the vibrations.
I hope this woman suffers terribly and has an awful death.
So
I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna hope that for the rest of this episode.
guess what?
Yeah.
I've got great news.
You have great news?
We have our new and final Father God.
So this is the final Father God.
This is
So
the
there's
best.
an end to this story.
There's
Also, I will say the audio, the quality on that one, a little bit better.
Yeah.
They're now in front of a picture instead of a tapestry.
Yeah.
Look like a shitty picture. She
It's
has a
actually,
table.
I wish I could make it bigger for you without playing the video, but it's a picture of Mother God's side profile in which they clearly had one of those apps where it like puts words over in all of the shadows of your face.
Okay.
And it just says like Heavenly Mother and all that stuff. And all of the words and the phrases make her face. So it's just
Okay.
a big giant.
So like I said,
Mother God.
one of her disciples got Canva.
Yep.
That's basically what this comes down to.
Yeah, the social media team is growing.
Yeah, they're getting
They've
better.
got associates. They're going.
Yeah. Okay.
They probably have Canva like premium. They probably pay for it.
Oh my
That's what I'm
God.
saying. Like, they're
Well,
upgraded.
What was that one guy's name?
Miguel's paying for it. Miguel's paying for it.
Yeah, Miguel's paying for it.
It's in his name.
Okay.
So
Beloved Miguel.
We get our new Father God. This is in 2018. His name
Okay.
is Jason Castillo.
Okay, so Trump is president. Everyone, QAnon's going crazy.
Yep.
The Facebook groups are going nuts.
Yep.
And now we have the final Father God.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is, Mother God. She says that Jason has always been Father God,
Mm-hmm.
but there's all these supplementals that were holding his space until he got here. So like this is because she's never been wrong about these father gods.
She's not wrong about anything.
She's not wrong. It's just that they were holding a spot for Jason while his energy was being pulled towards her because they are always being reincarnated and they're missing each other through timelines.
That which by the way, that is I want you to know that is the plot of Hancock, the Will Smith superhero movie where he and Charlize Theron cannot get back together.
Yep. So
just want to throw that out there. She's now stealing the plot of Hancock.
So also, I want to talk to you about what happens when you break the rules. Because
when you break the rules.
When you break the rules.
Okay.
I told you a lot about the rules. What happens when you break the rules?
What happens if you do mushrooms on a Tuesday when that's a Wednesday activity, you fucks?
And don't you dare try to sleep after doing mushrooms. God.
How dare you, Moonflower?
If you're to break any rules or act up or have bad vibrations, you would get sent to what was known as Desolation Row. So basically, on the other side of the mountain where they were living, there was an area that was very desolated. It was a desert in the summertime, and in the winter, it was a horrific area with nothing in it and no cover, and would get very cold and awful. Right?
Okay.
So that they called it Desolation Row. And if your vibrations were too low, you would get sent there. And all you would be given was a tent, no other supplies at all. Rain, snow, freezing weather. You would be abandoned there until the group came back to get you when the group felt that your vibrations were high enough to bring you back.
So, first thing, imagine being almost murdered for having bad vibes. Like literally.
You pull out that guitar at you're the guy that pulls out the guitar at the party and people are like, bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Desolation Row.
So first thing, there's two things about this. I immediately was like, Desolation Row, like that sounds familiar. Mm-hmm. It's a Bob Dylan song. It's a pretty famous Bob Dylan song that he wrote in 1965. But also there is a My Chemical Romance song called Desolation Row.
Perfect.
And it just caught me off guard because I'm like, I know she got it from because everything about this is a head shop cult. Mm-hmm. And so clearly...
I wish you would stop saying cult. This is a spiritual movement.
My apologies.
Love has won.
My apologies.
Thank you.
This is a head shop cult. This is just people because she's just grabbing like half of what she's saying is bumper stickers, and then she throws some alcoholic anti-Semitism in the mix.
Well,
it's like you know when you see someone who's clearly schizophrenic who has covered their cars in like all of those sayings a lot of time about QAnon or about Trump or any of that type of stuff. She saw one of those parked in front of a head shop, pulled out a piece of paper, wrote them together.
She's like, great.
And
Perfect.
she's like, this,
Content.
we're done.
Okay, so guess what?
What?
Mother God feels that they need to spread their message.
Okay.
And the only place they can do that is if they move to Florida.
Oh.
So the group moves down to Florida.
Yes! That's further than that's far away from Mount Shasta though. They were going the wrong way.
They're going the wrong direction for sure.
You're going the wrong way.
So when they get down to Florida, Jason, Father God, has a bit of a run-in with the law.
Who he controls because he's God.
You would think.
Yeah.
But don't think too much.
Okay.
So
stop eating, don't think.
Stop eating, don't think, don't sleep. He was charged with what I remember to be like a B&E and an assault.
Okay.
Because he broke into these renters' homes and said that he had been sent there to evict them. And the landlord, his name's Bill Vestool. Bill said he hired Jason to do maintenance work, and he didn't hire him to evict anybody. He was just supposed to go fix something, and Jason allegedly, he was prosecuted. It was decided that he just broke in and threatened these people and tried to assault them because he said he was evicting them because Bill told him to.
What does God need with a maintenance job? What does God need with a W-2 form?
He was found guilty and put in prison.
No.
Father God was put in a human jail. So, wow. While he was in prison, everybody else...
By the way, he was sent to prison because God needed to be taught how to work.
Okay.
That's
while
what that is.
he was in prison, everybody else from Love Has Won moved back to Colorado.
Oh, because they're like, oh, they don't fuck around down here. They got Florida man laws.
When they were still making streaming videos this whole time, and like people were like, "Where's Father God?" And everybody would just say, "Oh, he's on a mission right now." So they never told anybody where he was or what happened.
The mission was jail.
He was on a side quest.
He was
for sure.
He was in jail because he wanted to violently paint over light switches. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to landlord special these walls. They're like
not putting batteries in those smoke detectors.
Not
y'all.
at all.
Not
Those things
even
are going to
bit.
chirp forever.
Chirping forever. When he got out,
okay,
he got out.
Okay,
he moved back to Colorado immediately.
Of course.
Now,
I'm sure his parole officer was like, "Good."
Yeah, bye.
I'm not following up on that one.
I don't think there are parole officers in Florida.
I feel like
that's everybody, right?
Yeah.
So, now at this time, there's like, okay, it gets weird around this time because they're all kind of living in this RV park. And they're all like
they had a compound where they had their own desolation row.
I don't know.
And now they're in an RV
it's
park.
so hard to track them in their
this
movements.
cult sucks shit, dude.
Spiritual movement.
Listen, if we ever start a cult, like a real one, we're only gonna go up. If we start going down, mass suicide.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it out there.
Okay.
If we go, listen, if our bedroom count drops,
yeah,
we're clearly
bad
we got to
at
take
it.
everybody
Bad
out.
at it. Okay, we're not in a cult. We're not going to do that. God. Okay, so they're all how dare you, sir? So they're in this RV park, and they're getting in a lot of trouble at the RV park because too many people are living in each RV. So they're all getting in trouble all the time and almost kicked out. But so
because I love that the RV park has more rules than Colorado.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
it's in Colorado.
That's what I mean. But I'm
rules.
saying like they fucked with the RV HOA.
Yeah, the RVs were like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, we're poor.
There's a limit on how many people you can fit. How many hippies.
We're poor. We're not trash.
So a few miles away from the RV park where they were all living, a house burned down. Okay. The house was owned by Bill Vistool.
The landlord guy.
The landlord guy from Florida.
Okay.
He owned a property in Colorado that was only a few miles away from this RV park.
Okay. Suspicious.
It was never proven that Jason had anything to do with it, and it was ruled an accident. But it's suspicious.
It's very suspicious.
And after this happened, they moved out of the RV park.
Okay.
They moved out of there.
That's feeling a little Manson family.
A little. You know what? That is how Jason is described.
Oh, really?
He's got Manson energy. He's also like really aggressive and mean. He's very yelly. Mm-hmm. He is also very racist and anti-Semitic. So I don't have any clips of him because he says the N-word in all of them.
Oh.
And so I was like, well, I can't use any of this because it's so like it was even hard like, trying to figure out which clips to use because the anti-Semitism was so gross.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But anyway.
It's weird that the Facebook moderators didn't shut down their Facebook group.
It's
weird how a white guy screaming the N-word on YouTube Live would be allowed to be kept up. But if you make fun of Burning Man on TikTok, suddenly they're like, we're going to close your account.
Oh, man. So, okay. During this transitional period where they're moving back to when they moved to Florida, moved back to Colorado, they have this new Father God. There's some transitions that are happening, and there's some updates to the belief system. So I'm going to play this clip. It's 1 minute long.
Okay.
That's a little bit over a minute, actually. But this follower, she's one of their like main people.
Okay.
And her name's like Aura or Aurora or something.
Yeah. She's a chief apostle.
And she's a chief apostle, and she's explaining kind of like what the overall belief system is now, because again, it's always growing and changing.
Yeah, like QAnon.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
You have ever been told is a lie, and the truth is that Mom and Father first created the 144,000, and then from there we began creating universes and planets. So Mom and Father created a plan, and 19 billion years ago they separated. And Father contracted to go down into the dark, and his lower aspect is Lucifer. So surprise, Lucifer is Father God. Mom started working her way down into this 3D realm. This is her 534th lifetime. Her biggest lifetime, of course, was Jesus. Jesus was a woman. We lived in love vibrations in the civilization of Lemuria. Mom was queen of Lemuria, and Trump was Mom's father in Lemuria. So,
hold on.
Love you, Trump. The Atlanteans decided to steal crystal technology from Lemuria.
Oh, okay.
We were then taken over by the Anunnaki, which gave way to the reptilians, the Illuminati, and then the Cabal. The Cabal, which are basically the minions of the reptilians and the Anunnaki. And they are the ones who are the elites, the 1% that run this country and this planet. And so anybody who has felt this call in their soul and in their heart and resonates with this information, you are contracted and your soul is calling you to fulfill your role. Please reach out. Please ask questions. Please book a session.
All right. Okay. I love the fact that she could not put the microphone in a less windy fucking place.
Well,
as fucking motorcycles that were clearly being driven by the Cabal.
Cabal
and
motorcycles.
ATVs are definitely in the background because she has to film this outside.
Obviously.
Because she's an idiot. Trump was Father God?
No, Trump was her Mother God's father in a past life.
That doesn't make... Okay. All right.
So, yeah, around this time, as you said, I didn't want to tell you to put it in the back of your mind, but when Trump became president, Mother God started sharing stories about how Donald Trump was her father in a past life. Her human father. Not that Mother God has a father, right? It's a human father.
Okay.
But she is connected to him through past lives, and that is why all of the followers are huge Trump supporters, and also will now, from this point forward, start adopting elements of the QAnon conspiracy theories.
I am obsessed with the fact that my entire life, the Republican Party has hated hippies. Since before I was born. One of their big things was if you all the stuff that you fucking hippies that's all Democrat, weird, voodoo, horse shit, and it's against the Bible, and you're all sinners, and you should burn in hell, right? That's been the Republican Party. Trump was such a grifter that every grifter's that's our party now.
That's it.
They just rolled in with all their weird hippie cult shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, we hate Jews
We're
too.
not pasteurizing our milk, and we don't really like those people.
The thing is if there was a way to, I hate to say it, wall them off.
Oh my God.
They would wipe themselves out.
Immediately.
If we could just put them in Florida.
I mean,
if we could concentrate all of them in Florida, maybe they would finally learn how to work.
We need to get all the nice people out of Florida. We got to help them get out.
Yeah.
And then we can move them all down there. Anyway, that sounds like something a bad oppressive person would say.
Yeah, no, it does. I am obsessed with the fact that they are now a Trump cult.
It's going to get really QAnon.
Fucking insane.
It's perfect.
This is all because a mother of 3 wanted to have her pussy eaten by a Duck Dynasty man.
Okay.
I want to be clear about that. This is where we started. She was a party girl mother of 3 who got bored.
Yep.
And a man who looked like Duck Dynasty was like, come to Colorado, I'll eat that box.
Well, he's like, you're so divine, baby.
Yeah, let me eat that box.
Amy's health is in drastic decline.
Good.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait.
Hold on. Okay. We're air horning her drastic decline in health.
Listen, I'm here to celebrate whatever happens to her.
Okay.
It better be bad.
Because, guys, being God is super hard, okay? And she needs help, when it comes to, relaxing and decompressing. And she can only relax and decompress and, find joy by playing games on her phone and on Facebook.
Shut the fuck up!
And
she's addicted to fucking Farmville?
And so because of that, she starts Amy's Joy Fund, which is Mother God's Joy Fund. And when they're doing the live streams, they ask people to donate to Mother God's Joy Fund. Because again, being God is just so hard. And
guys, God really needs to hurry up the building for her Clash of Clans. Her Clash of Clans.
Her Jewel Games or whatever it is.
Mother God needs 1995 so she can get unlimited lives for Candy Crush this weekend. Okay? And I know what you're thinking. What does God need with Candy Crush? Everything.
So
imagine being such a dumb fucking hippie that you are paying for someone's Mafia Wars account. You fucking idiot.
Also, this is the thing that you're not understanding because you are not enlightened and your vibes are bad.
Oh, because I'm Jewish. That's what this comes down to. I'm part of the cabal because I'm a Jew.
Well, this is what I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
Mother God, because she plays these games on the internet, she's actually fighting the cabal through winning the games.
Wait.
Because she's using her positive energies to attack the cabal through their online gaming platforms.
By paying for them.
Well, her fund pays for them because the followers need to help support her finding joy and relaxation because being a god in a human body vessel is hard. Anyway,
I'm so
I
mad.
found some of the comments that Mother God and Father God wrote online when they were asking for this money under the God's Joy Fund section.
Okay.
I just also have to preface this. Whenever somebody is a bad person or like a low vibration person, they call them whores. They use it like whore of Babylon, it's just like whores is a word they throw out real loosely.
Yeah.
So, Father commented, game just robbed mom's joy again. These aren't even games. They turn them into mini torture chambers, causing lower vibrations to totally suck being dry of all the fucking joy. Whores. Mom is gonna get you. She's coming. Another day, this one says, I took too long to update Mother's game fund, which we all know brings Mom relief from the pain she constantly goes through at every moment. I wasn't prepared to serve, and I allowed myself to get distracted through the process. Full accountability for allowing any white trash horse shit going through me. The task has been finished, and I will keep my heart on the prize. 100% focus on Mom every moment and to bring her comfort.
Wait, who wrote that? Was that wasn't Father God?
This wasn't Father God. This was one of the other followers who's probably just in charge of.
Imagine being screamed at by a drunk white woman who is wearing a Trump hat.
Yeah.
You didn't fill up Mommy's Facebook account fast enough, and now Mommy can't play her Farmville.
So this one's from Aurora. This is that lady I just played the video of. She wrote, Hey fam, thank you to everyone who has recently donated to Mom's game fund. The whores keep attacking Mom in these moments and blocking her Facebook account. Now they took all of her game points. Anyone who would like to donate to Mom's game fund today as she goes in on the cabal would be welcomed. Love you all.
What does Mom need to do with a Facebook account?
Father writes, Mother and I would love to send thanks and share how grateful we are for supporting Mom in her game plays. She's going through so much. Children for the moments of peace with her games are priceless. Mom is just about done slaughtering the lowest program on the planet. The white trash is the last of the defiance to Mother, and soon it will be dissolved. Let's all slip into our higher selves and jump on Mom's timeline and never get off. Thank you, children, and then you, my precious princess. You truly are the greatest love.
You know what? I'm actually fully convinced right now. We need to move to Colorado and give these people... We'll take a second mortgage out on the house.
Okay.
We're going to give these people all the money so this drunk racist can play more Facebook games. Like, not one person was like, give her a PlayStation.
But
Like,
you can't
just-
fight the cabal through the PlayStation.
You can't. You can only fight the cabal through Facebook, which is owned by Mark Zuckerberg, who, last I checked, Jewish. Like, that's the part. None of this fucking makes sense.
What are you talking about? They need the money to fight the whores, not hordes. Okay, so we're in 2020. It's May of 2020, as everyone who was alive in May of 2020 recalls, a great time. We all had a great time. Now, in May of 2020, maybe, just maybe, some people were home, you know?
Okay.
We were home. People were home. They were on the internet.
Oh,
they were looking at stuff.
This is the middle of pandemic.
They were looking at stuff.
They
It
were
was
looking.
it's still early though, because it really we all started staying home March, April.
It was March. It was
May.
right around because it was right around St. Patrick's Day because
Yeah.
it was around my mom's birthday.
Yeah.
Because remember we had to cancel. We had to cancel our mom's birthday, and then we were like, "Oh, what are we doing now?"
Not
And then-
our mom.
No, my mom.
Yeah.
Our mom is named Amy.
Yeah, Amy.
And she's
Mother God.
Facebook money.
So in May of 2020, this regular guy, just a regular guy, was online because he was probably home because everybody was home.
Yep.
With a regular job. He found Mother God online. He's found some of the streaming on Facebook.
Okay.
He followed the streams for a while, paid for an etheric surgery.
Okay.
Right? He's getting into it.
By the way, now that it makes more sense, the 8888, that's Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler.
I was going to say it's the racist thing.
It's not.
It's anti-Semitism.
Yeah. They were just really leaning. This is a Nazi hippie cult that loves Trump.
Yep.
All right.
So he decides after his etheric surgery that he needs to be closer to Mother God.
Okay.
And he abandoned his family and moved to Colorado to join her.
Imagine fucking watching that. Like, how much does your life have to suck to see this and be like, I'm moving?
Yeah, bye. Now, the thing is his family, his wife specifically, knew that he was kind of getting sucked into this stuff on the internet and had been kind of being like, babe, like, this isn't real. Like, this isn't like I saw a video of the wife and like, she is a normal person. Like, I mean, a very normal, she's like, he just really got sucked into it. I think it was the stress of everything that was going on.
Yeah.
I don't really know. He had a break. But she was like very loving and compassionate, but also just like very like normal. She's like, no, I kept trying to tell him like, this is not fucking real. Like, but
she didn't have the tools to deal with it.
Yeah, she didn't have the tools. Yeah. And also it was the beginning of a pandemic.
Yeah,
so,
it was a really crazy time.
So she starts watching the stream after he leaves because she knows he went to Colorado to find Mother God. And one day on the stream, she sees her husband on the stream. And then the next day, it's mentioned by the people in the stream that they had left him on the wrong side of the mountain because his energy was not compatible. And so she starts freaking out because she's like, what do you mean you left him on the other side of the mountain?
In Desolation Row. Yeah. By Bob Dylan.
By My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
So,
which is like a street, by the way. It's not supposed to be the way they're describing it.
So she calls the police and reports him as a missing person. And he was found by the police wandering naked in the wilderness, disoriented and dehydrated.
Okay.
He gets taken to the hospital where he is found that he is under the influence of hallucinogenic drugs and his feet are all fucked up because they're full of cactus needles.
Okay.
Now, his family, like I said, had been the one that reported him missing, not the Mother God people.
Yeah.
Because they had seen on the street.
Mother God knew where he was the whole time.
Yeah, obviously.
She's omnipotent, all right? She just happened to be playing a Facebook game at the
time. Now, when they called the police, they got brushed off by the police, this wife and the other family members. The police were like, yeah, like we'll go look into it, like whatever. And then the family found out that they had found him and that he was put in the hospital. And then they started calling the hospital and they're begging the hospital, 302 him, hold him there, find a reason to keep him for a psych watch, like anything. Cause like he's on drugs. Yeah. He's on a lot of hallucinogens. He's also, like I said, like his wife was saying she thought he had a mental break, and that's why he even thought about going to see Mother God.
Yeah.
So they're just like desperately pleading with the hospital to hold him, and they're like, no. So the hospital releases him on his own recognizance with basically no clothing and still high on hallucinogens.
They didn't even hold him until like 24 hours?
No, they just let him go. They're like, go ahead, bye.
Okay. I mean, I get it. It's also, remember, this is mid-pandemic.
Yeah.
So there's
COVID in the hospital.
There's COVID in the hospital. There's a lot of other shit going on. So yeah.
Yeah. So the family then calls the police again and asks if he could get arrested. Like, he's wandering around the streets basically naked and high. Like, could you arrest him and put him in a jail cell?
And they're like, ma'am, this is Colorado. Wandering around the streets naked and high is kind of what we do.
That's like our whole thing. So the whole thing is that the family started driving to go meet him. It's an 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
They're calling the cops in the hospital and they're like, we're coming. We're going to come get our dad, our husband. We're coming to get him. Could somebody fucking hold him down? Like, we don't want him to wander off.
Yeah.
And actually what happens is there's some stranger who's like a block away from the hospital who's sitting on a fucking bus bench who just starts talking to him and literally sits there for 8 hours. Literally 8 hours. A stranger talks to this man, calms him down, convinces him not to go find Mother God and to just sit and like take a breath and have a conversation.
Somebody trip sits him.
Yeah, somebody trip sit him, and the family found him and picked him up and took him home.
Shut the fuck up. That is honestly, that is so great.
Yeah.
I will say he is an anti-Semitic bigot who should have died in the middle of the woods because his new fake family abandoned him.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that the kids aren't without their racist dad.
Okay. Yep.
Is that the best way I can put it? I mean, the thing is like everything you've shown me, it's like it's not like they hide.
They're not hiding.
They're not hiding the anti-Semitism and the racism and any of this other shit. Like it's very overt from the fucking jump.
They say it all real loudly and
they're
yelling.
very, very loud about it, and like this is like very overt. We're not like, oh, and then like it was chapter 7 when suddenly it got really weird.
Yeah.
It's from the jump. So this man's an idiot. But to the person who saved them, I wish we knew who that person was. Because that person, you know what? Here.
Yeah, good job. I wish I knew anything about the Good Samaritan in this scenario, but
that's definitely one of the good hippies. That's somebody who's like, nah, I got tripped. They were like, I'm going to take the bus, and like, this is what the bus brings you sometimes. I'm going to sit here and trip sit this man.
Yeah. Who's got cactus needles in his feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so after this happens, the group moves to Kauai in Hawaii.
How do they have money?
August of 2020.
Wait, so they constantly need Facebook game money, but they have enough money now to just move to Hawaii.
Okay, that's a separate fund, and I apologize for not being clear.
No, you were clear.
They have all these different funds that they're asking for, and one of them is like a missionary fund.
Can I point out something?
Go ahead.
Mount Shasta
is in California.
It's not in Hawaii.
I know, but they need to go spread the good word in Hawaii.
I get you. All right, multiple
And you know
funds.
what I think about? Again, it's 2020. We're supposed to be pandemicking.
Yep.
They all got on a plane and flew to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm sure they all wore masks and weren't total dicks about it.
Yep.
So when they land, they of course are making big social media waves about what they're doing there.
Yep.
And they are met with extreme hostility from the locals.
Of course.
Because
a bunch of white hippies showed up, and all the native Hawaiians are like, fuck off.
Mother God had made many videos online
about how COVID isn't real,
about how she's God, she's all the things. And one of the things is she publicly proclaimed that she was the Hawaiian goddess Pele, who is the goddess of fire and volcanoes. So when she said this, all of the local indigenous people were like, get the fuck out of here. Like it was a no breather.
Yeah.
Just like right away, like fuck you, get out.
Yeah.
Again, in the middle of the pandemic, people are really just like, why the fuck are you here anyway?
Yeah.
So a multi-day protest ensued. People were protesting outside of the house they were renting. They were screaming on the streets. Every time they would drive by in a car, they would get pelted with rocks and things.
Dude, I love Hawaiians.
The protesters started lighting driftwood fires on the lawns. So they would set up little like driftwood fires because again, Pele is the goddess of fire and volcanoes. So they're like, oh, you're the goddess of fire? Bet.
Put it out.
So they just kept setting fires outside of the property, along with chanting Hawaiian prayers, the Pele prayers around the property that they were staying in. There was video footage provided from there was video footage that showed eggs and rocks being thrown at the house constantly. They had broken windows every day. Every time a window got fixed, it got smashed immediately, basically.
Yeah.
And also they had a SUV, I think it probably was a rental, smashed all the time. Every headlight, every window, every tire was slashed. Like they knew no peace.
Meanwhile, they'd call the cops, and the cops like, just leave them.
Yeah. So the cops basically did say that. They were like, whatever.
But we can't protect you.
They had the mayor. The mayor had to step in. So the mayor of Kauai shows up and he tries to intervene and like negotiate with the group, the Love Has Won group.
Yeah. And
basically his negotiation was this: we cannot protect you or promise your safety. You should leave. And so what happens is Love Has Won then decides, okay, we're going to leave Kauai and we're going to go to Maui because Kauai is the problem.
Oh, it's just that island.
It's that island. So
let's go to Maui, where there definitely isn't other Hawaiians who talk to each other.
Nope. So they get to Maui. But the indigenous people of Maui, just like you said, plot twist, they communicate with each other because they're family, friends, and relatives in a community.
And they don't get banned from Facebook every week.
The people of Maui, the indigenous people of Maui, didn't even let them leave the airport. They were outside of the airport in huge numbers, threatening violence. Like they had rock, like there was a huge protest. They couldn't even get out of the airport safely. Police wouldn't let them leave. They inevitably had to, while stuck in the airport because of the people of Maui not letting them leave the airport, they had to book another flight back to Colorado.
Oh, yeah, where you can go pretend to be a Hawaiian god. Mm-hmm. It's so funny. She's like, I'm a Hawaiian god. And then she showed up in Hawaii and everyone was like, fuck you. Yeah. Fuck you. Dude, I love that the Hawaiians have Philly energy.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I fucking love.
Yeah.
Also, it's like, this is the reason why I don't believe in white supremacy. You know why?
Why?
Because, like, she's been out here saying that she's white God for like decades.
Yep.
She's like, I was Jesus. Jesus was a woman. That was me. Mm-hmm. I was every saint.
Harriet Tubman.
I was all these different people.
Yep.
Nobody says shit to her. She's like, I was also a Hawaiian god, and then lands in Hawaii, and everyone's like, we will fuck you up.
Yo, bet.
We're done.
Bet.
Also, because here's the one thing. Here's my one thought process, right?
Okay, go ahead.
And I don't know. I don't know how accurate this is because again, I've never been to Hawaii. I don't really know the infrastructure out there.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're put in jail in Hawaii, like you're still in Hawaii.
Yeah, but it's really extra bummery because you can't see all the nice sights and the wind, the breeze.
I don't know if that's true though.
Anyway. The group also, when in the period of time where they're moving from Hawaii back to Colorado, it's a very weird time. There's a featured episode of them on Dr. Phil where they Zoom call into Dr. Phil.
Okay.
Because Mother God's mother actually tries to confront her and be like, this is not the daughter I raised. Like, I don't know why you're doing this. Like, it's trying to do an intervention.
Wait, what do you mean Mother God's mother tries to Mother God created herself?
A human mother.
No, Mother God created herself.
Body, flesh mom.
Uh-huh.
And then, there were ex-members there on Dr. Phil who claimed all this abuse and stuff. And, of course, Mother God denied it. The producers played recordings that I didn't play that really showed a lot of the racism and deep anti-Semitism. And Mother God did not apologize, did not claim that energy in any sort of way.
Meanwhile, at this point, we're in June, July of 2020, right? So most of us are dealing with
September 2020.
September 2020. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're all dealing with we're gearing into the election, but also all of the massive protests that have been happening all over the country.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I have great news because you're going to be super excited.
Okay.
Right around this time, they're back in Colorado.
Good.
They have a new house. Yep. It's like a compound. It's a very big house.
How do these cults,
in Miguel's name, probably.
How do they always find a compound? That's the one thing. It's
I assume there's a real estate agent just for cult people that helps with compounds.
It's not a cult.
It's a spiritual movement.
Spiritual movement. But that's the thing. I've looked online. I can't ever seem to find a reasonably priced cult that we could afford.
Yeah.
Compound.
The Pearlmania500 compound.
Called the Hacienda.
Wow. Okay, so this is the thing. Around this time, we're back in Colorado. We're not on Dr. Phil anymore. But Mother God finds the solution, the cure for COVID. Bet. Yup.
I don't like that you called it a solution, knowing her thoughts on Jews.
So, which of course, I know you're thinking, is it ivermectin? No, duh. Mother God doesn't want you to take ivermectin.
No.
Colloidal silver. Okay.
What?
Silver. Just liquid silver, basically.
She's going to sell you silver?
Yes. She begins selling it through the
Facebook Marketplace
that during the streaming services through the Gaia program. And she starts taking it herself. And I found a tweet from Love Has Won from their Twitter account. Colloidal silver is the key to protecting yourself from coronavirus. It is recommended to take colloidal silver at least 3 times a day to keep your immune system functioning to its highest capacity. #coronavirus truth. lovehaswon.org/coronavirus.
Here's my favorite part is that this was early enough in it, right? That they still believed coronavirus is real. Now they're going to tell you it's fake. Yeah. That it was all created by the cabal. It was all a giant lie because we've quote unquote survived it, right?
Yeah.
But at the time, they took it very seriously because it was a new area to grift.
Yeah. So they start selling it, like I said. what happens is there are some complaints. I don't know who would complain to the FDA about taking silver into your body. That is not safe to do. And the FDA forced them to put an actual warning label on their website stating that imbibing silver is actually very dangerous and, of course, not a cure for COVID. Also, it was believed, and again, I couldn't prove this, but there was just like speculation based on people that were there's accounts, that the silver was actually being made from scrap metal that they found in the compound.
So it's not even real silver. This is just they have liquefied metal that they're selling people, probably from like old computer parts, maybe some old refrigerators, maybe some AC units.
So in September again, we're still in September. I wrote my note wrong. Okay, so again, like Mother God is in incredibly poor health. I've already said this before.
Yeah,
she's getting worse, and she is paralyzed from the waist down.
Good.
Now, the thing is, like,
so now she can't feel Father God no more.
The paralysis also could have been caused or exacerbated because I didn't bring this up, but for the last year and maybe a little longer, she refuses to walk anywhere and demands to be carried everywhere.
Okay.
So, like, when you see her come into a stream, she's being carried in and then placed in a chair. And then when she's done, she gets picked up and carried and put back in her bed.
Well, it's a good thing is all she's doing is drinking wine and taking mushrooms. So
and
that
silver.
way she's not so heavy.
Yeah. She's just be light.
Yeah. For the vibes.
She's paralyzed from the waist down, basically.
Okay.
She has started telling people that she has stage 5 bone cancer, which I don't know about stage 5.
How does God get bone cancer?
I guess it's the 5th dimension of bone cancer. So
that's the 5th dimension.
Oh no. So again, the reason that she's gravely ill is because of all the pain and suffering she's taking on from us humans so that she can transition us to 5D. Okay?
Okay, hold on real quick. I did just look up what is the 5th dimension. And the top Google result says that it's the tie between gravity and electromagnetism.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
So did you know that if you drink or eat or imbibe in any way silver, that it has like some wild fucked up effects to your body?
Doesn't it like slowly change your color?
Yeah. Yep. It turns you blue.
So she's a Smurf now. She's a Nazi Smurf.
I took some pictures. I have some pictures. We can see her skin starting to change.
Oh my God, she looks terrible.
Yeah, she's very, very thin.
Very thin.
Not eating at all. Her face is very gray. Oh, pardon me. Almost blue.
Yeah.
And then this one really shows her. This is her and Jason, Father God.
That's the racist guy?
That's Father God.
Because now, you know what she looks like? Now she just looks like a cigarette mom.
Yeah, but gray.
She's giving cigarette mom, with a weird gray tinge to it. Jason just looks like a scumbag. I actually pictured Jason to be bigger.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem that big. All right. I like that his eyes are closed in the picture too.
But yeah, so she's starting to turn a weird shade of blue.
Yeah.
And people are noticing. And she never comments on it really.
Yeah. It's just her vibes.
It's just what's happening.
She has blue vibes now.
Okay. So we're going to go to 2021.
Good.
In early April 2021, the group is located in an RV park. Guess where? Mount Shasta, Northern California.
We did it. Mount Shasta in Northern California.
Yeah,
she's finally made it to Mount Shasta.
They were in an RV park. They made it.
Okay.
They were asked to leave.
Good.
Because of overcrowding in the RV park because there's too many people in their RVs.
Yeah. And again, we're still during COVID.
Yeah. You cannot be overcrowded. So they go back to Creston. It's like the town they were in before in Colorado.
They made it all the way to Mount Shasta, and they're told to turn around. I feel like there's other places for them to stay besides that one RV park.
Boo. How dare you?
Yeah.
On April 28th, 2021, the mummified corpse of Amy Carlson was discovered in the mission house near Crestone. Its state of decay had suggested she had been dead for several weeks. She was 45 at the time of her death. Mother God was found in a sleeping bag wrapped in Christmas lights, her face covered in glitter, and her eyes were missing. Her body was in a makeshift shrine.
I have actually heard of. I remember this now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
So
they made a little shrine to her, but they kept the cult going?
Yes. So I have a little video here for you of, this is actually from Inside Edition. I'll give them all the credit because they're the only people that have a video of when the police showed up. And I do want to give you a warning that you're going to see her face, and it is disturbing.
Okay. The listeners won't see it.
No.
But I'm going to see it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Of the mummified...
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Of their discovery of the mummified remains of an alleged cult leader.
I think decomp mummification.
The Sawash County Sheriff's Department says 45-year-old Amy Carlson's body was found wrapped in a sleeping bag and decorated with Christmas lights back in April. Her eyes were covered in glitter.
That is insane. She's blue. She's fully blue.
She's fully blue.
She's fully blue. It's from the officers, like that chest camera thing they wear, the body cam.
Yeah.
That's the word. So he's like leaning over with the flashlight, and you can tell that he doesn't realize he's looking at a face at first.
Yeah.
Because she's so blue, and the blankets
matches
are
the
also
sleeping
blue.
bag. Yeah.
That's fucking wild. But yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
But she's dead, right?
Yeah, she's dead.
She is dead? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
There it is.
I'm glad. Fuck that bitch.
So
I don't care. I'm so glad she's dead.
Yeah. 7 members of the group were charged with abuse of a corpse.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
As well as child abuse due to the presence of children for the entire month that body was in there.
Okay. Yeah. Less
woo on that.
Those
Not
kids
cool.
should be taken away from them
You
now.
should not have let kids see what you did with that dead body.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
According to the county coroner autopsy report released in December of 2021, they stated that Amy Carlson, Mother God, had died of, in quotes, global decline in the setting of alcohol abuse, anorexia, and chronic colloidal silver ingestion.
Nice.
Yeah.
She killed herself.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what they said is, listen, if she had lived differently, she'd still be here.
Yeah.
But by drinking so fucking much, by not eating, and by taking fucking silver to deal with COVID.
To build up her immunities to COVID.
Yeah, well, you know what? You know how you become immune to COVID? Die.
Whoa.
That's one way to do it.
Hey, now, that's not nice.
I don't care. She wasn't nice.
Okay, on May 5th, Deputy District Attorney Alex Rains announced plans to upgrade the abuse of corpse charges to more serious charges of tampering with a deceased human body. The group members were reported to be facing a mix of charges from child abuse to the abuse of corpse, tampering with human remains, and false imprisonment. Authorities stated that the reason is that Carlson had not died on the property, but she had died while they were in Shasta, and they brought her body back and transported her back to Colorado.
And then didn't know what to do with her.
Then they created the shrine.
Yeah.
And that remember how I said her eyes were missing? It's likely that her eyes had decomposed. It's not that they were removed.
Okay.
Okay, so that's...
I figured that much, yeah.
After Carlson's...
Would have been better if they had been eaten by ravens.
After Carlson's death was publicized, the group's Facebook page stated that she had ascended, okay? And the website lovehaswon.org was taken offline, and the group renamed the Facebook page and YouTube channel to 5D Full Disclosure and launched their new website, 5dfulldisclosure.org.
Is that still exists?
You know what? We didn't have power last night, so I couldn't check it.
Okay, let's see. 5D Full Disclosure.
.org, not .gov.
No. I didn't. I just typed it into. Oh, here it is. Here we go. But the top one, just so you know, the absolute top results from the FDA. Yeah. With a giant warning letter on it.
Mm-hmm, that sounds about right.
And then the next one is a CBS News article, and then the 5th one is 5D Full Disclosure. Okay. And let me open that up. They're going to Givers Gathering.
Oh, let's go! It sounds like a cool party.
Yeah, I mean, this is shit.
What, it's a pretty good looking website?
It's a pretty good looking website. I think
damn.
No, you know what?
They're stealing your identity right now just for being on here.
This is Squarespace. Oh, there's that one white bitch.
Aurora. She's still in it.
I think Aurora's taking the cult over.
Oh, Aurora's the boss now?
I think she's the... from looking at the website, it looks like she's the face. At least these first 3 here. We got some roadside nuggets. Oh, but these are all from 2022. There's nothing for 23.
Maybe they just stopped uploading. They have a podcast.
They have a podcast. I also noticed on here, though, that they're also on TikTok.
Oh, shit. They're on TikTok? Oh, wow. I am horrified immediately.
They have 68.1 million views on TikTok. But most of their videos aren't doing great.
Yeah.
Or am I searching underneath the thing?
Is this under the hashtag or under the title of
It's hard to tell.
I don't know.
I think
anyway, so this is something else. Okay, babe, this is important.
Right. I'm listening.
Now, during the live streams that were going on, Mother God, while she was really sick at the end there, she did ask for help on live stream. She asked people in the live stream and the people around her to take her to the hospital. She was like, call an ambulance. Take me to the hospital. I need medical intervention. Right?
Wait, what?
She was asking for it literally while she was on these live streams and these videos.
I love it.
And
she created her own fucking torture.
However, because she had spent a decade or more brainwashing her cult into thinking that medical professionals were part of the evil cabal, they were like, Mother God, we cannot take you because you, like, number one, you're God. But number two, they're an evil cabal, and so we can't take you there. So everyone refused to take her. So she literally died in the bed that she made of this brainwashing.
What would God need with a hospital? That's so funny.
Yeah.
That is the funniest death I've ever heard. This is my favorite death. I love this. And I'm honestly, listen.
I'm listening.
I don't care. I am taking joy in her suffering.
What's that called when that happens?
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude, yeah.
Listen, Germans don't do a lot of great things.
They make a good pretzel.
They do teach people how to work.
Okay.
According to Mother God, fucking bitch.
Wow.
May she rest in the galactic sun. Because she, you know what? Silver is actually quite heavy.
Yeah. You think it weighed her down?
I think it weighed her down. If only you had eaten more Twinkies and less silver.
Whoa. In the aftermath of Mother God's death, the group splintered, okay? And Father God, formed a separate group called Joy Reigns. And it's spelled rain like from the sky, not rain like you reign over a kingdom.
He's a moron.
Yeah. Anyway, the DA dropped all the charges and nobody was ever prosecuted. Anyway, yeah.
Probably because they looked around, they were just like, this is stupid.
What are you doing? So that's basically it.
I bet part of the reason they dropped the charges because they were all probably leaving the area.
Yeah.
And once they were out of the county, they're like, I don't care. It's not my problem anymore.
I don't care. They're finally gone.
Yeah.
They're not overcrowding RV parks.
And burning down random fucking houses.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
So that's the story of Mother God.
Well, I hated that story.
Okay.
I love the ending, though.
Yeah.
And if you are one of their followers, fuck off. You
There's no way that you made it this many episodes into this podcast and would have been a follower.
Absolutely not. But also
still be a follower. Maybe an ex-follower.
Also, don't get mad at me. You're the one who killed your blue Smurf god. After the entire
She didn't die. She was reincarnated into the fifth dimension.
State of Hawaii called you racist morons.
Oh.
And then you said Trump was your literal daddy. So suck my dick forever. In the fifth dimension.
Yeah.
So that's what we got right there.
Yep.
Anything else you got this evening?
I got nothing. I have a lot. That was a lot. I feel like I've been through a lot emotionally.
Yep.
I feel like I'm just so tired and worn out that the only thing that could probably bring me relaxation and joy is to play some Facebook games.
Oh, and you know what, guys? If you want to help Mother Pearlmania play some Facebook games, please go to patreon.com/Pearlmania500. Sign up to become a Heyhun or a team lead, and that way Mother Pearlmania can finally defeat the evil cabal.
Yep.
By playing a game that the evil cabal created to control the masses, not stop them from harming the children.
Yep.
That Mother Pearlmania demands we harm.
Sure. I was just going to play Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah?
Do you fight the Cabal in Animal Crossing?
Honestly, it feels like it sometimes. But that's been our episode.
Thanks to everybody for listening.
Really great research.
Thank you.
I'm really glad that we lost power for 6 hours last night. So you could hotspot your phone and fucking watch these crazy ass videos.
It was a really weird night to be stuck in a dark house watching these fucking videos.
While like a crazy thunder. Meanwhile,
there's a murderer outside.
Yeah, there's a murderer on the loose. We lose power. Your husband is refereeing a professional wrestling match and not answering his phone.
Yeah.
Because I had my phone in my gym bag because I couldn't have it in my pocket. The whole thing was just
I was just watching videos being like, how can I play any of this without it being horrible?
And the guy's just like, N-word, K-word, R-word, N-word. You're like, fuck, I can't use any of this. All right, well, with that, guys, thank you so much for listening to us. If you want to join Patreon, you can join the Patreon. If you like anything else, check in all the descriptions of the show notes. Ms. Pearlmania, final words.
Have a great week, everybody.